We're back, y'all. We're gonna be taking a look at this Jordan 2, man. Before we get into all that, do me a favor, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos. So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. We got the Jordan 2 box. First, let's take time to appreciate this box, okay? Like, I really like this. This is an OG box that released back with the Jordan 2 back in like, what, 86, I believe. I love this Air Jordan Wings logo. It's always been one of my favorite Jordan logos here. It's that nice cream top right here with the kind of beige Air Jordan Wings logo. And it doesn't stop there. You've got the actual wings on the side of the box as well. And I picked this up in a US men's size 9.5. And we're gonna talk about sizing and everything a little bit later. So let's go ahead and give you a look at it. This is the Jordan 2 Chicago, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Drop your comments down below, man. How do y'all feel about this shoe? Let me know. Honestly, this is one of my favorite releases, man, in a while. I really do like this colorway, and it is like my favorite Jordan 2 colorway. I do have the other original colorway, the white and red. I dropped a video on my channel like a week or so ago for that one. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But this is my favorite. I like the black on the midsole here, just a really, really nice colorway. So, a little bit about, you know, how I got this shoe. So I actually ended up hitting on the sneakers app, right, for the shoe when it dropped on December 30th. And by the way, this did retail for a US retail price of $200. So I hit for sneakers, right, and that was on a Saturday. And it is now, what, Thursday, and my shoes have yet to ship. It's still saying preparing shipment. And hopefully they come and I'll have, you know, a double up, because I do think this is double up worthy. After trying them on feet, I do think they're really nice, and I'll get into the sizing, how they feel and everything later. But I contacted Nike and they said, you know, hey, you know, we're working on it, and apparently preparing shipment means it's been boxed up, and I guess they're just waiting to get the package out. I don't know, but this seems eerily similar to me to what happened with the Cherry 11s. If y'all know, if you don't, it's your first time stopping by my channel. Basically, I hit for the Cherry 11s on Sneakers Live, and they never came. I waited about a month, almost, yeah, pretty much the week of when they actually released their drop date for those is when I finally got my refund, because they never came. Don't know what happened. So now it's been about, what, 4 or 5 days maybe, and the shoes have yet to ship. So I don't know. So what I was doing is I actually was sitting around, I was like, you know, how do I get these shoes? My local DTLR actually had pairs a few days ago, but I didn't ask about size. But they looked like they had a couple in store. And I called up there yesterday, actually, and they said, no, we no longer have any sizes. Okay, cool. So then I was like, you know what? I usually forget, but I was like, let me try Social Status. So I call up Social Status, and the associate basically tells me, like, you know, I'll call back around like 4 or 5 o'clock. We might have some pairs. I was like, you know, what do you mean? And basically they told me that they had raffled them off, and I'm assuming that people had like to that time to pick up their shoes. So I called back around 5 p.m. and like, hey, you know, I called about the Jordan 2s. Oh yeah, we got pairs, man. I said, okay, cool. So I went down there, drove down there, went in the store, and they had quite a few sizes. So picked up my 9.5. I got them locally. And like I said, I only did that because I don't know if my pair from Nike will ever get here. We'll see, I hope it does. But it's kind of odd though. I've never had any issues with Nike or the sneakers app at all. And like, it's like these last 2 drops, like the Cherry 11 and this shoe have been kind of a little bit weird. So hopefully they come, man, because I really like this shoe. Now, enough about that. We've talked about the box. We're gonna get into the shoe, but also I wanted to show you guys the card, that little pamphlet that comes with it. So you got this Air Jordan pamphlet here, and it's pretty nice. And it basically just kind of details the design of the shoe and the technology being used. And yeah, just like all the different information on this shoe. And you've also got a little diagram there to kind of go into further detail about the shoe and its makeup and all that type of stuff. So really nice. I actually like, you know, it's nice to get little things like this with the shoe. So y'all can go pause it if y'all want to read over that. But just wanted to kind of mention that it does come with the shoe. So, all right, let's go ahead and get right into this. So you got an all white leather upper, smooth leather around the ankle collar here. It is very plush or padded. This leather here, like I said, it's a smooth leather. It looks like it would be extremely soft, and it's not super soft, but it's not really hard or anything like that. You've got that kind of reptile I don't know, I've always said that, like kind of snake skin type leather right here or whatever in white, pretty much white upper on the shoe. And on the midsole here, one of my favorite parts of this shoe, which makes it stand out, in my opinion, is the black midsole. Really like that detail on this shoe. It really makes the Jordan 2 kind of stand out, because without it, it is kind of a plain shoe as far as like the colorway. And that's why I've always just liked the black midsole on the Chicago colorway. Okay. Moving around to the actual toe box of the shoe. Now, in my review of the white and red colorway that I mentioned earlier, I talked about how the toe box was it was soft, but it wasn't soft like this. Look at that. The leather on this one is actually pretty soft. But I talked about how hard the toe box was. Like, I'm talking about, it felt like a steel toe boot, and I mentioned that in my video. But this one, it's actually pretty, you push it and it kind of, you know, bends in. It's not hard as the other pair from 2014, the white and red pair. So this does have, you know, better materials on the shoe. It's, you know, it's not like the best materials of any shoe that ever came out, but it is actually, it's okay, it's pretty nice. Moving up from the toe box area, you got black laces. I do like the black laces on this. Again, it kind of makes the shoe stand out. You've got that white tongue there. A lot of people have been complaining about the quality of the tongue. I think it's okay. I mean, it doesn't bother me. At the top of the tongue, you've got that classic red Air Jordan Wings logo there, okay? Speaking of Air Jordan Wings logo, you do get this kind of paper tag here with it. Wings logo on that side and Nike Air branding on the other. I hate to take this off. I just realized there's a little bend in it and I don't want to mess this up. But anyway, behind the tongue, it's black, just if you were wondering there. You've got the kind of black outline around the top of the tongue as well. Okay, now taking a look at the medial side of the shoe, it is the same as the lateral side. Just another look at it for you guys. Just really like this colorway, man. It's a classic colorway, OG colorway. Let me know in the comments if you guys picked these up. I've been hearing a lot of people, you know, it seemed like there were more people that wanted this shoe than a lot of people thought, because, you know, the Jordan 2 is not necessarily, you know, a very popular Jordan model, but of course they sold out on Sneakers app. They're selling out locally. My advice to you is, if you want a pair, still check out your stores. It's getting later in the week, so they may not have any pairs, but like I just mentioned to you guys, I was able to find a pair yesterday. So check out your boutiques and stuff like that. Call around, they may still have pairs. So let's move around to the actual heel. You've got that kind of rubber piece in white around the heel there, another red area right here, and those ridges right there on the back. But one thing I want to call out in the back, you do have that Nike, but you got black, this black piece right here and red Nike text right there. The back of the shoe looks really wide. If you look at the kind of top ankle collar there, and that's because it's, you know, it's actually wide, but it has a lot of padding in this area too, which is nice. And it feels really good on feet, by the way. Okay, just want to mention, I know a lot of people don't like really wide shoes. It does look kind of wide from the back, but overall, I don't think it's a super bulky shoe. But now, let's go around and take a look at the outsole. Standard Jordan 2 outsole. This one is a white outsole with red hits here and there. You got the black piece right here on the kind of on the heel, kind of midfoot, the heel area of the shoe. Nike text, and you do have your size right here. This is a 9.5. As you can see, the number right there. Okay. And the Nike branding was not present on the 2014 white and red colorway. That was all, it had Jordan text right there. So I just want to call it out. So this is like the OG, the way it originally came out with the Nike text right there. Okay. Speaking of Nike text, on the inside, on the actual insole here, you do have a black insole with white Nike Air branding. Hopefully you can see that. And while I'm here, I want to mention something that I don't know if I just didn't know it or didn't notice, or maybe I just forgot, but the shoe has, let me grab the other one. I feel like I'm about to bend this little Air Jordan Wings tag. I know it's not a big deal, but I don't want to bend it. But on the inside of the shoe, you have these elastic bands. You see right in there? They're white elastic bands on the tongue to kind of hold it in place. And what I will say is that typically those bands will make the shoe fit a little tighter. I went with my half size up, but I think even if I went true to size, it wouldn't have made a big difference, because these bands, in my opinion, don't feel as like tight as some other bands do. You know, sometimes they're like really tight and whatever. This allows the tongue to move just a little bit. So it's not that big of a deal. But I just saw the bands. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I forgot or just didn't notice. I just wanted to let you guys know that there are elastic bands that kind of hold the tongue. But yeah, that's all for the Air Jordan 2 Chicago. Now, as always, I like to give my final thoughts and talk about sizing before we get into the on feet. So, sizing on this shoe. Now, when I went to pick these up from Social Status, I asked for a 9.5. Obviously, they had it, but I also wanted to try a size 9. They didn't have it. Now, what I will say about this is in a 9.5, my true size, well, my foot measures at about an 8.5. If you watch my video I did for the white and red colorway that dropped in 2014, that shoe is an 8.5, which is rare because I would never buy 8.5 today. But my foot fits in that shoe. It's an exact fit. It's not too bad, but like I wouldn't wear it today, you know? So I consider myself a true 9, right? And in this shoe at a 9.5, the end of my toe is probably right at the end of my finger here. So I've got about a thumb's width in this shoe, which is good. And I will admit, these shoes come unlaced, right? So when I tried them on in the store at my half size up 9.5, they felt like there was a little bit of slippage. Now, for me personally, once I lace them up, put them on, no slippage at all. They feel great. Now, I know some people like to wear their shoes loose laced and all that type of stuff. If that's the case, you might want to go true to size, but my opinion, I would say you can go true to size on this shoe if you want, but if you had to get a half size up, you would be fine. Just lace your shoes up, okay? I personally don't like wearing them unlaced and stuff like that, but that's just me. I mean, I might do it every now and then, but I usually always tie my shoes, so it's not really a problem as far as slippage. But this one, I will say, I wanted to mention on the sizing, I almost forgot. So just by the way, true to size should be fine for you. Now, when I put this shoe on foot, I wanted to call this out. I almost forgot, like I said, but I noticed immediately, I like the fit of the Jordan 2. I don't know if it's because of this maybe they've reworked the model, whatever they use to create the shoe. Maybe it's the leather quality, the cuts on the leather, I don't know. But when I put it on, immediately I noticed how padded the ankle collar was and how it felt on my ankle, right around my leg there. It just felt really soft, and I like that comfort that was on it. Now, it could be a little misleading if you touch the outside leather. It feels kind of somewhat solid, but the inside, once you put it on, it feels really good on your foot. And I also noticed that the comfort of this shoe, like you can almost feel it's different. I feel like once you put it on, it feels great around your ankle, but you can really feel the ground underneath you, which is probably good if you're playing sports and whatnot. But it was just something different that I noticed with this shoe. And I think I really prefer the Jordan 2 fit over a lot of the other recent Jordans that dropped. And I think because of that ankle collar padding there, and also I felt like in here, it was just ever so slightly wider than like your Jordan 1, for example. And this is, like I said, a 9.5, which is like half size up for me. And like I said, I don't know, because sometimes like different materials will fit different, or maybe it's because the leather, like around here, it's very wide and the cuts are on the side of the shoe. I don't know why, but for my foot, this shoe fit a lot better than some of the other Jordans that I remember picking up here recently. And with that being said, I hope they drop more Jordan 2s here in 2023 because I prefer the fit of the Jordan 2, and I will be buying more pairs. I hope they drop some nice colorways, you know, maybe something with some forest green on it, some nice beige or tan, something like that, you know, change it up a little bit. Because I really like it. Like I said, the fit of this shoe was like, I was actually really shocked when I put it on. So that's all for like sizing. I just want to mention that to call out the ankle collar and all that type of stuff. It felt really good on foot. So lastly, do I think it's a must pick up? You better believe it. This is a must have for any collector. OG Jordan 2 Chicago, man. You cannot beat it, y'all. Like, I hope y'all able to get a pair for retail. Y'all let me know in the comments, man, how you feel about the shoe, this colorway, the Jordan 2, all that stuff. I want to know all your thoughts about this shoe and if you were able to pick it up. I do appreciate all the support on the channel, man. Keep dropping those likes, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that stuff. By the way, speaking of likes, let's see if we can get this video to 100 likes, y'all. I'm trying to set a goal on the channel. And you know, I see people watching my videos, and a lot of times it's more views than there are likes. So please do me a huge favor, man. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on this video, and I may try and make that a goal going forward here, because liking the content, subscribing really does help. Liking it will push this content out to other people, bringing more people to the channel, so we can all I can bring content to you guys. So yeah, I do appreciate all the support. Drop a like I said, subscribe, share the video, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.